be alive. Kristi Noem's DHS must be held accountable. We cannot continue to operate as if this terror is acceptable. We cannot allow federal agency, one that was created for the purpose to terrorize, to function as an occupying force in our community. Real accountability starts with abolishing ICE, impeaching Kristi Noem, and rethinking how we enforce immigration policy in this country.
Are you denying that you said that?
Sir, I'm not going to speak to that situation that is relayed on anonymous sources that no
This
one
wasn't
has heard me
anonymous.
say that.
It was you.
No. Who
I mean, you
reported
said
that
it.
to that newspaper?
They're quoting you on the record, saying it's Steve. You blamed those statements on Mr. Stephen Miller at the White House, did you not?
No, sir, I did not. And in fact, where you're seeing that is in a news article of anonymous sources. And anonymous sources say a lot of things, but I've never said that at all.
Well, here's what you said on the record. I'm going to read your words. Quote, everything I've done at the direction of the president and Stephen.
Sir, where did you see me say that at? You read that in a news
reported
article with no sources
you said it
affiliated
on the
to
record on January 27th of 2026.
Today's hearing centers on a tense exchange between Senator John Kennedy and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, but the discussion quickly moves beyond immigration policy itself. Instead, it becomes a debate over accountability, public statements, and whether government officials should be held to every word they say during moments of national attention. Senator Kennedy presses Secretary Noem over comments she made following 2 deadly incidents in Minneapolis, questioning not only how those events were characterized, but also whether responsibility for those statements was later shifted to others inside the administration. Secretary Noem firmly rejects that claim, arguing that anonymous media reports should not be treated as factual evidence. As you'll see, both sides rely on different interpretations of the record, creating a back and forth that illustrates just how contentious congressional oversight hearings can become. Listen closely to the questions, the responses, and the documents being referenced, because much of this exchange comes down to credibility, consistency, and the public record. Before we get started, if you enjoy detailed, fact-based analysis of major political hearings without the noise, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know your thoughts throughout the discussion.
After the 2 killings in Minneapolis, and I think there's a lot of video on them, Madam Secretary. I think people can see the video and draw their own conclusions. Are you and your department conducting an investigation of those?
Sir, the investigation is being led by the FBI. HSI was involved. In fact, our HSI agents on the ground.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I got so little time. I believe at the time you said these were acts of domestic terrorism. Is that right?
Sir, in answer to questions at the press conference that afternoon, it was that it appeared to be.
Yeah, but you said these appeared to be acts of domestic terrorism.
And as I've said previously in this hearing,
But
is that
first, Madam Secretary, did you say
we're getting
that? I think it's been
information from
widely
a chaotic
reported.
scene on
Did
the
you say
ground
that?
and relaying information to the American people.
Okay. Now, again, those videos are public. People can draw their own conclusions. I think it'd be safe to say you got some pushback on that.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be fair?
Yes, sir.
And you had some criticism. I'm not saying the criticism was accurate or inaccurate. I think you did. What got my attention was that you blamed those statements on Mr. Stephen Miller at the White House. Did you not?
No, sir, I did not. And in fact, where you're seeing that is in a news article of anonymous sources. And anonymous sources say a lot of things, but I've never said that at all.
Well, here's what you said on the record. I'm going to read your words. Quote, everything I've done at the direction of the president and Stephen.
Sir, where did you see me say that at? You read that in
It
a
was
news
reported
article with no sources
You said it on
affiliated
the
to it.
record on January 27th of 2026. Did I
Sir,
read your words accurate?
I enjoy working with the president and with Stephen Miller, and that day we were working to get as much information to the American people as possible. That is what we'll continue to do, and as that happens, we'll go
Do
forward.
you think it was fair to blame Mr. Miller?
Sir,
for
I
your
did not do
words?
that. You're reading from a newspaper article with
Yes, ma'am.
anonymous sources.
Are you denying that you said that?
Sir, I'm not going to speak to that situation that is relayed on anonymous sources that no
This
one
wasn't
has heard me
anonymous.
say that.
It was you.
No. Who
I mean, you
reported
said
that
it.
to that newspaper?
They're quoting you on the record, saying it's Stephen's fault. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Klobuchar.
At this stage of the hearing, the focus has shifted away from the underlying incidents and toward the credibility of competing accounts. Senator Kennedy is attempting to establish that Secretary Noem publicly acknowledged acting under the direction of the President and senior White House advisor Stephen Miller, while Secretary Noem insists that the allegations about shifting blame originated from anonymous sources rather than her own verified statements. This kind of exchange is a familiar feature of congressional oversight, where lawmakers frequently use interviews, public remarks, news articles, and official records to challenge executive branch officials. At the same time, cabinet secretaries often push back by questioning the reliability or context of those sources. Beyond the political disagreement, the hearing highlights a broader issue about how information is communicated during fast-moving events. Government officials are often expected to provide immediate updates, even when investigations are still unfolding, and those early statements can later become the subject of intense scrutiny. It also raises an important question about the role of the media. When anonymous sourcing conflicts with public statements, how should journalists, lawmakers, and the public evaluate the competing narratives? Should officials be judged solely on verified public remarks, or should reporting based on unnamed sources also carry significant weight? These are questions that continue to shape public trust in both government institutions and the press. As this exchange comes to a close, the disagreement remains unresolved, but the hearing offers a revealing look at how congressional oversight operates in practice. Senator Kennedy sought to challenge Secretary Noem's consistency by reading what he described as statements already on the public record, while Secretary Noem repeatedly maintained that she had been misrepresented through reporting that relied on anonymous sources. Regardless of where viewers stand on the issue, the hearing underscores how political accountability often extends beyond policy decisions to include public messaging, media coverage, and the way government officials explain their actions during moments of crisis. These hearings are designed to test not only the decisions made by public officials, but also their willingness to defend those decisions under direct questioning before Congress. They also demonstrate how the same set of events can be interpreted very differently depending on the sources, context, and evidence each side chooses to emphasize. Ultimately, it's up to viewers to examine the testimony, consider the available facts, and draw their own conclusions. Did Senator Kennedy effectively support his line of questioning with documented evidence, or do you believe Secretary Noem successfully explained her position? We'd love to hear your perspective. Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below, and keep the discussion focused on the issues presented during the hearing. If you enjoy thoughtful, balanced breakdowns of congressional hearings, government oversight, and the political stories shaping today's headlines, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next in-depth analysis.